Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? It's Friday, TG. Time for some free Jason action tonight. Let everybody come in. I might grab myself a cup of coffee real quick before we get started. So I don't think anybody's in here, so we'll all... Here, I'll do it this way. There we go. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. TGIF. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab me some coffee before we get started here. Had to set some things up and make sure I had everything I could fit up here, so I'll be right back. Yeah, ready. I'm back. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. Press 1 in the chat if you're here and you can hear me. Give me a hashtag free Jason for the big guy up here. Drop a like on the stream. Like I said, I'll get things going here in a second. Just want to let people sort of roll in, or whoever's going to roll in here. Want to just take off and leave everybody else behind here before I get started, but we will be talking about Jason Goes to Hell tonight. That is our subject. Rather fascinating movie, if I do say so myself. I know it's a controversial movie in some circles, but I think it's got its place in history there in the series. New Line Cinema acquiring the rights to Jason Voorhees from Paramount. Got to go back to the early 90s there, 93, August 13th of 93, I believe. I've probably seen it around 94, somewhere around there. Anyway, we'll get into all that. That'll be our topic for tonight. So hopefully everybody can hear me and everybody's having a great night. Hopefully you drop a like on my stream and stop by again. We do this, not every Friday, but every other Friday, something like that. Whenever I got news, like I do this week, so I ran across some news involving Jason Goes to Hell, so I just figured a good time to give everybody a news update and talk about Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, and kind of some things I've learned about it throughout the process here. But I think to grab more stuff, but I don't have room enough on my desk up here to, like, I've got some like pictures and autographs that won't fit on the desk up here. My Jason autograph barely stuck up there. But anyway, so everybody's Friday night's going well. The Yankees beat the Rays. I know this is not Jason related, but I do cover sports on this channel as well. So anyway, been keeping up with that a little bit. So, all right, well, we're about 4 minutes in, so I can get started. So before I say anything about Jason Goes to Hell or Friday the 13th or anything like that, I got a movie by Adam Marcus. Adam Marcus, the director of Jason Goes to Hell, for those who don't know, was 23 years old when he first got his first directing job, and it was Jason Goes to Hell. He was the youngest person at that time to be acquired or signed by a major production company, so that's fun to keep in mind. And also, Jason Goes to Hell, I don't know, here, let me see if you guys can see this here. It says The Final Friday. Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. It was supposed to be the last movie, so imagine you're 23 years old and somebody pays you to kill Jason off, pretty much. I mean, you're in a no-win situation already. But anyway, so I just figured I'd point that out. Secret Santa is Adam's most recent movie. and I've dropped a link for that in the description of this video or this stream. So I highly encourage you guys to check that out. That's his most recent movie. I'm not going to shut up about it until you guys go and go check the link out. And there's a merchandise tab on there too. You guys can get yourself an autographed copy just like this. It's worth every penny. So anyway, that's kind of a plug there to get that out of the way. So Jason Goes to Hell. So what is the news with Jason Goes to Hell? This is a movie from '93. What kind of updates do I have about a movie from 1993? Well, Adam Marcus, again, director of Secret Santa. I'm not going to shut up about it. Or really, I'm not. I promise I'm not going to shut up about it. Anyway, so it really is. It's a brilliant movie, guys. Seriously, you should go check it out. So anyway, the deal is with Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell. Like I said, Adam Marcus was 23 years old. He was brought in to end the series before they did Freddy versus Jason. And in many ways, Jason Goes to Hell is kind of a prelude to Freddy versus Jason, even though I had to wait 10 entire years, painful years, for Freddy versus Jason to come out finally. And I'm dead and glad we did eventually get it. See, you know, there's something people else, when we're talking about freeing Jason, that people forget about the series is that we've been through these ups and downs with the Friday the 13th franchise before. So, like waiting 10 years to come out for a movie I wanted to see for really bad, that was pretty hard. But I'm glad we got it. So it just goes to show that if we're patient and we have perseverance, maybe eventually we'll get what we hope to get, which we did with Freddy vs. Jason. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know what anybody's opinion about Freddy vs. Jason is, but anyway, I could go off on a tangent on that alone. But I love spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, spoiler alert, at the end of the movie, the claw comes up and grabs Jason's hockey mask, Freddy's claw, Freddy's glove, and that kind of foreshadowed Freddy's Jason. Like I said, then 10 years and don't know Freddy versus Jason, and in between Jason X. That's an entirely separate conversation. I won't get off on that tangent during this Free Jason Friday, maybe in the future. So anyway, now I'm off topic again. Back to the main topic here. So again, this was actually a box office hit. This Friday, Jason Goes to Hell, I would consider for '93. I didn't see it probably till '94 because where I live, everything's behind a year. So I probably seen it around the summer of '94, somewhere around there, give or take. And I remember liking it as a kid. A couple of notable things: there's a baby in this. Jessica, the character Jessica, has a baby, and they're trying to protect the baby from Jason, right? Well, that baby in this movie, I've seen a picture of her. I can't remember the actress or the lady's name off the top of my head, but I've seen a picture of her, and she's like a fully grown adult now. So if that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what it will. I guess it was just something I figured I'd toss in there as my own little personal I feel old moment. But anyway, so yeah, I've seen it probably somewhere in '94, somewhere around there. And like I said, I was stoked by the ending. It was the thing is about like what there's a lot of controversy. Like people wonder why Jason isn't in most of the movie. Why he's they do the body jumping thing where Jason couldn't jump from one body to another, and they did that with Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street as well. And people complained about it then too. But and that's a different topic. I can talk about Nightmare on Elm Street too sometime. I will, absolutely. But I can make the comparison. There is the point, and it was something new for the. It was new for the Friday the 13th series. See, when New Line acquired the rights for Jason, everybody was pretty happy. It seemed like a match made in heaven. Jason Voorhees goes to the house that Freddy built, and everybody was pretty stoked about that actually. But in retrospect, if we're going to put our Monday morning quarterback hats on, it maybe wasn't the best fit because I don't really think New Line exactly knew what to do with Jason. I don't really think they had a plan when they bought it. I would compare it to like Microsoft. If when they buy something, you're like, why did they buy that? Well, it's because they can. And I think that's what happened with the Jason Goes to Hell thing. With the acquiring the rights of, they didn't know what to do with Jason. So I thought it was kind of a new direction, and that was all right by me. You know, like, you can't make every single movie exactly the same, or it would get boring after so long. So, yeah, I can see the point of what was, certain changes were made. So they got the body jumping thing, and that was kind of, I think, a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street. Then you had the Book of the Necronomicon, or the Book of the Dead, which was a reference to the Evil Dead. And I guess the theory goes that what Pamela Voorhees did was basically use the Book of the Necronomicon to revive Jason after he was killed and bring him back as an unstoppable, unkillable monster. Now, I don't know if Jason is quite a deadite or not. It's kind of up in the air for interpretation. That would be a good question to ask Adam sometime. Definitely would like to get Adam's input on all this because he's the one that did this. So, but I think that was cool. Cool little addition there, trying to figure out how Jason got to the way how he did what he did. It was a good explanation, and it did set up beautifully set up Freddy versus Jason. The only thing was, like, if it was like a punchline to a joke that didn't get finished for 10 years, and that was the New Line not knowing what to do with the Jason and Friday the 13th franchise. They just didn't know what. They didn't have. I don't want to say if it was they didn't know. They just didn't have anything planned. So that's where I think New Line kind of dropped the ball on that. And that just my opinion on it. That's just my look at the movie series up to that point. It was in a weird place. So yeah, it's quite the ride. I would suggest that anybody who hasn't seen it, for whatever reason, you should watch it, even though I kind of spoiled the ending. But there's more to it than that. I like the Creighton Duke character. He was a bounty hunter, and he knows all this stuff about Jason and what his weakness is, how to kill him. Only through a Voorhees may he die, or something like that. He says in the movie. Anyway, Creighton Duke. Everybody was wondering, like, how the heck did this guy know so much about Jason, right? Because there's no backstory for Creighton Duke at all. So, well, actually, there is backstory for Creighton Duke. You see, apparently, it got trimmed out of the movie for whatever reason, budget. The thing is, you don't always have creative control when you're young, like Adam was, and whatever. So, changes got made to this movie that maybe kind of made it less in some people's eyes, but I just think being that young and having to work in that kind of, you're there to finish the series off or whatever, be the last standalone Jason movie or whatever. That's it's pretty tough, and I think it's an all right movie considering all the things that went into it, and it was successful at the box office. So I think it was a good movie. So I don't think it deserves all the ragging on that it gets at times. I think this is pretty cool, but it's cool to have opinions about movies. But so check it out. Something I've discovered about real quick about this VHS tape is that this is the director's. I don't know if I can get this up into the camera here. You can see director's. Unrated director's original cut. Yeah, that's what it says. And that's actually, I looked it up because I didn't know. I remember I bought that VHS tape at some flea market or something for like 15, 20 bucks or whatever it was. And for the longest time, it just sat on the shelf with all my regular VHS tapes before I had ever got it signed. I never had anything of it. So I was looking into it today just to see what it would, copy goes for on eBay or whatever. And actually, the director's cut's an extremely difficult one to find intact of Jason Goes to Hell. Apparently, there was one, the most recent one I seen on there was like $80 plus for a copy, just this copy, not counting the signatures that goes on it. I got the producer and the director's signature, so I mean, that's kind of cool too. So I didn't know it was that hard to find or whatever when I got it. I just thought it was an old VHS tape. Didn't plan on getting it signed ever. It just sort of fell into my lap. So anyway, that's the story on my VHS tape there a little bit for you. It's probably worth quite a bit of money as far as monetary terms is, but it's worth more to me than the money. So anyway, the idea that Jason went to hell, right? So that's where Freddy finds him, and they get the Freddy versus Jason movie. That's the setup for that, and I think it was well done on as far as that movie goes. Like they had 10 years to think about it. I would hope they would have got some things fixed out in that time. Anyway, New Line didn't have a plan. I think that's what I'm trying to establish, and then the Jason X, I remember sitting on a shelf for like 2 or 3 years before it ever got actually released in theaters. So it could have never got released at all. Who knew? That's according to what I heard. Scuttlebutt on the internet says allegedly. So anyway, yeah, it was an interesting time. I was so stoked after watching into that, and I was like, yes, let's do Freddy versus Jason. 10 years later, I finally get it. So I do have a copy of Freddy versus Jason, just to say it happened. Remember watching it in the theaters. I think it came out here in October of was it 2001 or something like that. I can't remember when that movie came out, but anyway, the thing about Jason Goes to Hell. So Freddy finds him in hell. And so the thing is, Jason is not free. We're trying to free Jason. So that's why I had Kane sign that, is to go to hell and free Jason, because Jason's in hell, right? Jason's still in hell. That's the whole gimmick there. That's where I got the idea from. Well, actually, I kind of stole the idea from Adam. Actually, I kind of borrowed it, took a liberty with it, and sort of turned it into another autograph, I guess, is what I did. But I just figured it would be a fun thing. Maybe if Jason gets free, I can submit this to the Guinness Book of World Records for the very first autograph to predict the future. That would be kind of cool. I need to check into that. I've seen our library has Guinness books there, so I should look into that. Anyway, off topic. So yeah, that's pretty much the kind of the backstory. There's more to it, but the thing is, Adam's making a documentary called Hearts of Darkness, the making of Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell. This is the whole reason I'm doing the stream in the first place, is because COVID pushed it back, and they only have a few interviews left to shoot. So as soon as that comes out, I will let you guys know, and I'll do a stream on it, or a video, probably a video. It's been kind of hard for me to stream a lot lately. I got a new setup in the living room for now. I don't plan on being here permanently, but for now it's what I got because my laptop crashed out on me. So that's where I'm at with my technological issues. So as far as any of that goes, but so I just figured I'd go and give a quick backstory. I'll fill more in as far as like my side of the Jason Goes to Hell thing, and how how the autographs play into everything and everything. It's kind of crazy. It's a deep dive, but we'll do it in 2 parts, because I just want to cover the movie stuff on this one, and tell you guys about the Hearts of Darkness, because that was the original title of Jason Goes to Hell, was Hearts of Darkness, and I believe it was a Edgar Allan Poe reference, if I'm not mistaken, which is cool. And there's it's just a little Easter egg, but it got retitled Jason Goes to Hell, right? So, but anyway, the name of the documentary that Adam's working on is Hearts of Darkness, the final making of the Final Friday. And like I said, they only got a few interviews left to shoot, and they'll be done. And hopefully we'll be able to get a copy of that and be able to talk about it at some point. So that's kind of my update with that. Just wanted to come on and do that real quick and let everybody know that we're still trying to free Jason. We're going to be doing that. So hopefully we'll get a new movie. I don't know. They're working on something over there. People are working on things. That's the point of the story there. So, but with that said, I've rambled on long enough here. I just wanted to shoot a quick little update live stream here for you guys. Also, I just got the packages for the care packages sent out, so those will be getting to their people, and we'll be able to hopefully watch some people open some packages up and get some cool cards. So hopefully that'll be a thing coming up probably next week, hopefully. I'll be working on some. I got some book stuff to talk about, so I'll be doing some videos on some books and some other assorted things. Kind of getting low on cards to open right now, so kind of trying to sort of sit on what I got for a minute here. um, and I'm trying to let the season go on. Things happen. So anyway, the point is that I'll be ripping cards at some point before the month's over, but I just trying to space things out and work on other projects for a little bit. We'll probably do another Free Jason Friday update if we get any more information. This isn't really related to that, but it's just interesting that he's going to be doing well, Sean Cunningham was involved in making this too, so there's a whole story there. And I don't want to go in too much in depth with it because, like I said, that I'm sure the documentary will cover that with people that were there, whatnot. I really don't have much to add on that, but as far as like just behind the scenes on it, that'd be kind of cool to see. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know about that, and that I'll be doing further updates as happens. So until that, I'd say enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and don't forget, guys, if you love your hobby, it will love you back. Till next video, probably this week sometime. Peace.